Hello friends, in this session we are going to learn how to write Jenkins pipeline. So let's go. So in this video we will cover some topics like what is Jenkins pipeline, why pipeline in Jenkins, concept of pipeline in Jenkins, approach to writing a Jenkins pipelines, and we will differentiate between declarative pipeline and scripted pipeline. Okay, so let's start. So we start with the what is Jenkins pipelines. In Jenkins pipelines, often referred as simply pipeline with capital P. It's powerful and extensible plugin suite for Jenkins that enables the creation, automation, and management of continuous integration and continuous delivery pipeline. These pipelines serve as automated workflow that guide software from version control repositories through various stages of building, testing, and deployment, ultimately delivering it to end user and customer. Okay, so see here. So here in the Jenkins pipeline, it's like to set of instructions for Jenkins, which is popular automation server used in your software development. So these instructions help automate the process of taking code that developers write and turning it into finished product that can be used by customer. So let's take one example for that. So developer write their code and store it in one version control system like Git, GitHub, like that. And in that Jenkins, you can create a pipeline which like a receipt for how to build and deliver the code. This is often done using code itself. And we can write the script in your pipeline and build this pipeline. Okay, and we can monitor this pipeline or job, and if your job successful and your project completed, then you can delivering your product or project to your end user or customer. Okay, like that. So see here. Now we will see next why pipeline in Jenkins. So here the use of Jenkins pipeline as highlighted in the provided information offers several compelling advantages for organization and development teams. So here some advantages we cover here like automation, code centric, durability, possible, versatility, and extensibility. So let's see automation. And in that automation, Jenkins read the code and automatically follows the instruction, and it builds, tests, and deploy your software as specific in the Jenkins files. After that, see here code centrics. In that code centrics pipeline as code, it means that the instruction for how to build and deliver software using Jenkins pipeline are written in special kind of code, just like how to developer write code for their software project. Like that, we can write the pipeline code. So after that, see in the durability, and in that durability, the durable pipeline defines means that the set of cooking instruction means your pipelines like that is written down and saved in special way, so that even if the robot shape means your Jenkins server, okay, needs to take a breath and restart or oven if there power outage, if you won't forget to your cook your meal. Okay, like that. So means that you can write the pipeline code, and you can this pipeline code built in your Jenkins server, and you can break, start, and even after you there is a power outage, it won't forget how to cook your pipeline. Okay. So why it is important? Because durability is a super important because it's keep your pipeline process reliable, and you don't want to make a robot shape to forget how to cook your or pipeline your in the middle of preparing it. And durability ensures that your software building and delivering process can cover and continue smoothly even after interruptions. Okay. So after that, see here in possible. So in that possible, we can see in the Jenkins pipeline, you can create a stop or pause point in your automated workflow. This is pause like wait for the human signs the process. Okay. And it is example for the why it is useful for the possible, because it is really handy when there are critical decisions to be made, like whether the release new software to production instead of your process running automation. It stop and ask the human for thumbs up before proceeding. After that, see here in the next advantages, versatility. In that versatility, Jenkins pipelines are like Swiss Army knives for automating software delivery. They can adapt very variety of the needs, like your paralyze, paralyze, loops, branch, and merge. Like that means in the paralyze, you can make Jenkins pipeline to do many things at once. Okay, like that. And after that, in that loop, you can imagine repeating the task until it perfect, like practicing many pipelines like that. And after that, branch merge, it just like a tree splitting into branches like that. Okay, and we can merge together in the one plan. Next one in the advantages like extensibility. In that extensibility, this is think of Jenkins pipelines like toolbox, and each tool in the toolbox works as a different job you want to Jenkins to do. And in that customer extension, if you have to give the here, you can add the new tools or customize existing ones. It like multiplying your toolbox to fit to exact need of your project. These are the important for the pipeline in the Jenkins. Okay. Now see here in the concept of the pipeline in Jenkins, in that Jenkins pipelines are powerful features that allows you to model, automate, and visualize your CI/CD workflow as code. So here are some keys concept for related to your Jenkins pipeline. So see here, first one, pipelines. So in that pipeline, it's a set of instruction. Everyone knows that, and stages we can define entire the CI/CD process for software project. It includes stages like code checkout, build, test, and deploy, and many more. Next one, declarative pipeline and scripted pipeline. These are the types of the pipelines. We can write the script in that declarative and scripted pipeline. Okay, so these two we are see. This is the aim of our today's session, declarative pipeline and scripted pipeline. We can see in detail. Okay. So next one, node. Node, everyone knows that node represent a machines or agent where pipeline stages run. It can be Jenkins agent or Jenkins master itself. The node block used to specify the agent for stage in scripted pipeline. Okay. After that, stage. So here in the stage represent a specific phase or step in the CI/CD process. Typically stages include build, test and deploy, like that. Each stage contains multiple steps executed in sequence. Means one stage completed, after that next stage proceed. Okay. Next, in the step is a single task or command executed within the stage. Steps are building blocks of pipeline and can include shell commands, scripts, integration, and with the extension external tool. After that, executor, this executor is resource on Jenkins agent that execute a step. Executor allows pipeline parallel execution of steps within the stage. So in that agent, in the agent is a machine or node where pipeline stage are executed. Okay, these are the concept of your pipeline in Jenkins. So see here we are approached to writing Jenkins pipelines like a declarative and scripted pipeline in the Jenkins. So here two ways we have to write the Jenkins pipelines. So let's see one by one. Firstly, we will see declarative pipeline in Jenkins. So in that declarative pipeline syntax, the pipeline block is fundamental element that defines the entire structure configuration of your CI/CD pipeline. The pipeline block encapsulated the entire workflow, including stages, steps, agent settings, and other pipeline specific configuration. It provides a structure and declarative way to define your pipeline. So this is the declarative pipeline. Now let's see the how to write the declarative pipeline in Jenkins. So for that, firstly, we have to open the Jenkins. Okay. Or you have to log in with Jenkins server or instance. So let's see here. Let me open this browser, and here I have already launched the instance as a Jenkins, and this Jenkins server I will log in with here using public IP address and port extension 8080. Here I have already logged in with this Jenkins. Okay. So now let's see the how to write the declarative pipeline. So for that, firstly, we have to create a new pipeline job. So for that, we have to click on this new item. Then after that, you have to enter the item name like my first declarative pipeline. Okay, like that. So click here, different options we have to provide here. So I will go with the pipeline. So click on this and click on simply OK. Then we can configure this, all these general, advanced, project options and pipeline. Okay. So here multiple options we have. See here. Okay. So what we are now see the pipeline. Okay, Jenkins pipeline. And in that Jenkins pipelines, we have to how to write a declarative pipeline. Okay, so go in the pipeline section. In that pipeline section here, we have provided a sample pipelines here. So like that, or simply you can refer this script for the declarative pipeline. Let me copy this and paste in here. Okay, so in that pipeline, see, this is a pipeline and curly brace. So here this is the top level block which is define the entire pipeline. Okay, from start here and end here. After that, this is a agent any. This is specified the pipeline can run on any available agent. Okay. After that, here in that stages block, the stages you can define your pipeline. Okay. So this stages block start here and end this here. And under the stages, we can mention the stage as a build, test, deploy. Okay, so here I have defined the simple stage as a hello world. And this only stage, it start with this block to this block. And under this stage, we can define the steps. It's inside this each stage, you can define the individual steps or command to execute here. Okay, so I will print this echo is using the print this hello world. Okay, so this is the shell command. So if you are using this cell command or execute the cell command, then you can use here sh. Okay, so means you can use the Linux, Ubuntu, like that. That time you can use the sh. If you are using this window, then you can use here bat. Okay, if you using window OS and you are using this sh, then you get execution error. Okay, so here I have used Ubuntu server. On that Ubuntu server, I launch this Jenkins server. So that's why here I use sh. If I use window, then I can use here bat. So now we have to click on this save, and here no here belts present here. So what we have to do now? So simply you can click the belt now. Okay. And in the belt history, see here now your belt successful here. Okay. You can see here. And it's hello world printing like this logs. Okay. So if you can go inside this pipeline and simply you can click on this console output, you can monitor this your job or pipeline. So here we are printing here hello world and our stages end and our job successful here. Okay. After that, now we can see here scripted pipeline in the Jenkins. So here second way we can represent the pipeline. So in that scripted pipeline syntax, one or more nodes blocks are used to define where the core work of your entire pipeline is executed. The node blocks specify the machine or agent on which the enclosed steps will run. This provides fine grain control over execution environment and allows for more advanced customization and flexibility compared to declarative pipeline syntax. So now let's see how to write the scripted pipeline script. Okay, so again you have to log in with Jenkins or Jenkins server or instance. Then you have to create a new pipeline job. And after that, same procedure, but we can write script in another way. Okay, like that. So firstly, go on your Jenkins dashboard. After that, simply click on this new atom and here write the atom name as my first script pipeline and click on this pipeline and okay. After that, you have to configure this pipeline. Means you have to go inside the pipeline section and here you have to write the scripted pipeline script. Okay, so let me copy this script and paste in here text areas in that script. Okay, so see here node, it's a specific agent or node where pipeline will run. And this node start from here and end is here. Okay, this is a curly brace. And after that, we can mention the stages or stage. It's define the individual stages of the pipeline like build, test, deploy, like that you can define here. But I will define here hello world. And inside this stage starts from here and end here with using this curly brace. And we mention the sh echo hello world. This HS is used to we previously see. It's a execute shell command, and you can replace this with your actual build, test, or deploy commands. Okay, when you can install your specific project. That time you can change this with the command. Okay, after that, simply click on this save or apply. And here no build history present, no builds here. And for now we have to run the script of the scripted pipeline. So for that, click on the build now. And here your stage view is successfully here, no error here. And this is my pipeline, scripted pipeline source, and click on this. And simply you have to click on this console output and you can check your status of your scripted pipeline. So here hello world again printed and your job success here. Okay. So it means that you can write the same script but write in different way. So let's see now how to your differentiate between declarative and scripted pipeline. So let's see here. This is the difference between your declarative pipeline and scripted pipeline. Okay. So see in the declarative and scripted pipeline here, two syntax option in the Jenkins for your defining and configuring pipeline, each with its own characteristics and uses. Okay, so let's see how it's differ from the both. Okay, so let's see. Firstly, we will see declarative, and here these are the key features or characteristics. Okay, so let's see high level abstraction. In that high level abstraction, declarative pipeline like using simple and plain language to tell the Jenkins what you want. It's great for the people who don't know the complex of coding. Okay, next one, structure syntax, and this is a structure syntax. So start with the pipeline, this curly brace you can start and close, and here agent you can use here machines or node. Here use the machines and here use the node. And after that, mention the stages. Like that you can write the structure syntax. Okay, So means what? You just say what you want to do and Jenkins figure out how to do it. You don't need to write the detailed instruction for in the script. Okay. After that, see here limited flexibility. And in that limited flexibility, it's good for the most tasks, but might work for really unusual or specific job. Think like the standard car that's great for everyday use, but not for the extreme off-roading. So next, predefined blocks. So here in that predefined box, your instruction in declarative pipeline follows the set of structure, kind of like filling out the form with specific sections. So next one, key point is easy of use. So we can define the declarative pipeline in easy way. Means if you are new to Jenkins or CI/CD, then it's like to using simpler tool with instruction that are easier to read and understand. Okay, so next one, built-in error checks, and in that built-in error checks, declarative pipelines come with safety nets. Jenkins watches for common mistakes like spell check or for your code. So these are the key features of your declarative pipeline. Now we will see scripted pipeline. So see here, first key point is lower level control. So in that scripted pipelines having fine turn control over robot, means you will write the detailed instruction in Groovy to guide your every step of your pipeline. After that, see scripted flexibility, in that you can your this flexible like your boss here. Okay, means you can create every intricate and custom workflow like composing a complex piece of music like that. Next one, complexity. Com- Complexity, it's because you are writing a detailed script, it can get complex. It likes reading a book or foreign language for beginner. And next one, script blocks, it's instead of defined as predefined section, it's like you are writing the novel or from the scratch with script blocks as your chapters. Okay, after that, see here greater learning curve. In that greater learning curve, scripted pipeline can be tough because you need to understand Groovy scripting like a learning challenging instrument. Next and last, extensive customization. In that, if you have unique and complex needs, scripted pipeline like toolbox with every tool imaginable, you can do about anything with it. Okay, so this is a short our differentiate between declarative pipe and scripted pipeline. So here you can same script write in this different way. Okay, so here, but this one is simpler to understand, this declarative pipeline. Okay, instead of this scripted pipeline. So today's session we will learn how to write pipeline in Jenkins. So thank you for the watching video.